It is now time for our weekly Dollars and Cents financial advice.
And Tom joins us now live from the Resource Center. Tom, what is Bruce teaching you today?
Bruce always teaches me something great. And of course, this is Bruce Porter, President and Advisor right there at the Resource Center. Always good to see you, Bruce.
Good to be here.
We're going to visit something we have touched on a number of times, but we're going to kind of put all of this kind of thing together. 401k, and which is kind of the benchmark for a lot of people out there.
Yeah, a lot of people utilize that.
But there are things you need to be aware of.
Things you want to watch out for. So we're going to do a kind of a two-part series.
Okay.
We're going to do half of it today and half of it next week. So
all right.
Let's dive right in. Mistake number one. These aren't in any particular order. These are just some of the hot topics when it comes to making mistakes with
Right.
401k. Not taking advantage of matching contributions. Now, I've talked to a lot of people and I asked them, are you participating in your 401k? No, I just haven't got around to it, you know, yada, yada. Well, the problem is you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Now, one of the attractive things about a 401k is usually your employer, not in all cases, but usually your employer will give you a matching contribution. You usually have to put in a certain percentage,
Right.
and then they will match up to a certain
A
percentage.
percentage, right.
Well, you're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Well, I see matching contribution that says free money.
Free
I
money.
mean, it really, that's what it says to me.
And they'll have different features and benefits
Sure.
that go along with that, but you're leaving money on the table. So if you are eligible for a 401k, do a minimum amount to get the matching contribution, and you'll be way ahead of the game to do that.
All right, number
Now,
two.
A lot of people, once you've got a 401k and you've had it for years, they're very tempted to borrow money from the 401k. Well, we've got to consider that. A 401k is designed to be a retirement plan, so you want to treat it like that. It's not a bucket of money that every time you have a crisis, you can reach in there and pull money. They do allow for that, but remember there's a thing called interest.
Right.
And they're going to be charging that. And if it just so happens that you change jobs and now you want to roll your 401k either to an IRA or somewhere else,
Right.
that loan that you have either has to be repaid back to the 401k or it's going to be treated as a distribution.
You're going to pay for it one way or another.
You've got to think about the penalties,
Yeah.
early withdrawal penalties, things like that.
Right.
So be very careful about pulling money out of your 401k.
And aren't there usually guidelines on how you can pull a little in early,
Yes.
though?
Yeah.
So you need to know those.
Yep, you need to talk to your plan administrator and
Okay.
find out what the rules are that go along with that.
Number three.
Ignoring Roth 401k options. This is a new thing that's come about. They add Roth options to your 401k. Now, when you're doing a normal 401k, the contribution lowers your taxable income. Now, when you're doing a Roth 401k, it does not lower your taxable income. So there's no tax incentive on the front.
Right.
The big advantage of a Roth is on the backside.
Backside, right.
Everything's tax-free. The principal, the growth, even to you, even to your heirs. So take advantage of those options if they are available inside your account.
Okay.
Now, trying to do a DIY 401k rollover. I see people make lots of mistakes. They're silly mistakes.
Yeah.
They just do it incorrectly, and it causes a lot of problems. You might miss a deadline. You know, you've got 60 days to do a manual, and if you don't, you're going to get stuck with expenses.
Right.
You got unexpected fees and penalties you got to deal with, and if you roll your money into the wrong type of IRA, you could have a taxable situation. So we want to be careful about doing that ourselves.
Go to people who know how
Ask
it's
a
done.
financial person. And then last, rushing the process. Take your time, consider all of your options. Don't get into a big rush
Right.
making decisions, whether you're leaving or staying or moving or whatever you're doing. Chat with a financial person. I'd love to sit down and visit. Just give us a call.
There's your
I'll be
QR
glad
code.
to help you.
Right. 882-1800. And as he said, they'll be happy to help you here at the Resource Center It's where the experts reside. They will try their best to help you out.
Yeah.
Always good to see you, Bruce.
Good to see you.
All right.
See you next week.
Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Tom. Kimmy, it's so important to consult these people, especially when it comes to long-term savings. If you don't know what that looks like, go to the experts. Don't rely on yourself, because you could mess yourself up in the process.
I know.
Not you specifically,
Well, but me
everyone
specifically,
out there.
so
Yeah,
ask the
so
experts,
it's
that's
important.
all.